Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be counting down my top 15 book girlies, book girlfriends, FMCs, whatever you want to call them. My top 15 favorite female main characters. 15 because 10 is just not enough. Coming in strong at number 15, we have Diana Dixon from the Dixon Rule by Elle Kennedy. First of all, I love Elle Kennedy. Her hockey romances are some of my all-time fave, but the Campus Diaries series, at least the first two books, I was not a fan of the third book, but the first two books are so good. The Dixon Rule is my favorite. I just found Diana to be such a fun main character. I really related to her in terms of like perfectionism and like having these goals and these dreams and wanting to achieve them, but not like knowing the full way to grasp it. And I just thought that her journey through that and discovering who she was and her voice and all these things was so good. And I love her and Shane. Love. At number 14, we have Carrie Soto from Carrie Soto is Back, which I feel like is a little bit of an unpopular opinion. I feel like she gets a lot of hate, and like, I get it, you know, she's not likable, but newsflash, not everyone is likable. And so I just loved her. I relate to her so much, not like that drive and that ambition and like that, like, you don't want to be unlikable, but you don't care if you are because you know what you want. Like the quote, and I'm gonna butcher it because I don't remember it fully off my head, but it's the part where she's like talking about her thighs and she's like, who cares if my thighs are small? Like, they're powerful. They're made to be powerful so that I can dominate my sport. Like, that, groundbreaking. I highlighted that so many times. So good. At number 13, we have Jude Borte from The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. First of all, this entire series is one of my all-time favorite YA series. I feel like it gets a little bit of a bad rap because people are like, it's a romance, it's enemies to lovers, blah blah, and it is. Like, there is romance in it, there's enemies to lovers. I feel like some of the truest depiction of enemies to lovers, but that's not the main point of the book. Like, that's a really like subtle subplot. The main point is like political intrigue and tearing down the system and finding yourself and spy and espionage and like all these things. The world building is so good. This was not meant to turn into like a little rant about the book, but it did. Anyway, Jude is amazing. I really love her because she's so different from like your typical fantasy heroine in the fact that like she's just immortal. Like, she has no powers. She has just trained her whole life to be good, and she can't because she cannot be better than superhuman beings. But she's gonna bust it every single day to be on top. And I think that her drive and her want for things is so like commendable and so recognizable. And also, she's just like, she's gonna do the dirty work, she's gonna do the bad things, she's gonna do what needs to get done, and I love that. Number 12, we have Willa from Heartless by Elsie Silver. First of all, this whole series, chef's kiss, one of my all-time favorite romance series. But Willa has a special place in my heart. I just loved her. I think she's hilarious. I think she's so well written. She's so sassy and fierce, and she's just undeniably herself. And I loved every moment of it. I think she was a perfect counterpart to Cade. It's a great Grumpy Sunshine if that's your thing. And also, like, the scene where she pushes the kid into the pool for being mean to Luke is iconic. Okay, coming in at number 11 is Stevie Shea from Mile High. Again, this book gets so much hate, and I don't care. Like, people are like, it's too long. That doesn't look too long. Disclaimer, I like really long books. So anyway, I love Stevie. I think she is for sure so relatable to me as far as like her journey with like body weight and body image and confidence and like all these things that I think make her just super relatable to all humans, but especially anyone who's dealt with those things. And watching her grow in her self-confidence and like have this dream and not know how to achieve it, but then finally like reach it. So good. Finding her voice, like Stevie, is just awesome. Getting into the top 10, these are all really hard, but coming in at 10 is Feyre Archeron from the whole ACOTAR series, but especially A Court of Mist and Fury. This is my second favorite book in the whole series. It's so good. The character development alone that Feyre has in this book is just like unmatched. Like, I think it is written so well. I love that this is really a journey of self-discovery for her, and that she can be into art and music and painting, but also be tough and be a provider. And I just think that she shows that you don't have to pick one thing. You can be both, and she does a great job. Number 9, we have Manon, however you want to say it, Blackbeak. I've always said Manon, but then everyone was like, it's Manon. I don't really care. I love her. I don't care how her name is pronounced. That's how much I love her. She is so good. I could read a whole series just about her. I think she is definitely one of the characters that experiences the most development across the entire like series. She goes from this person who is like pretty much raised to be this killing machine and do exactly what she's told and have no mind of her own, into becoming a leader in her own right and finding her own voice and being like, no, this is right, this is wrong, this is what I'm gonna fight for, while still being a badass. Also, her and Dorian, everything. Number 8 is Nora Stevens from Book Lovers. This is my favorite Emily Henry. I love Nora. Like, I don't know how many times I've called myself a shark, and then I read that in this book and I was like, oh my gosh, she's everything. She is me. We are one. Also, her whole arc line of being like an older sister and like being so overprotective and so wanting to fight battles for that person, but also wanting them to be their own person. Like, I relate to that so much, and I thought it was so well written and so like true, like a true depiction of what it's like to be that kind of like sibling. So good. Number 7 is Daisy Haites by Jessa Hastings. First of all, this cover, this is the best cover. It's gorgeous. I will not buy the shoe covers. Sorry. Daisy Haites is the love of my life. She is a queen. She's everything I love in a main character. I just think she's iconic. First of all, second of all, whatever of all. The footnotes in this book, I know a lot of people complain about them. I think it truly shows how Daisy Minds works. Like, she's thinking so fast and so far ahead that then she like notes it. She's like, oh, this is also something I need to think about. And I love that she is in the mob and she's not afraid to do the dirty work, but also she wants a life outside of that. She wants to help people. She has goals. She has dreams. She is gonna be unlikable, but it's kind of like, you know, her way of protecting herself. That seems to be a theme in my favorite characters. I wonder why. Anyway, she is amazing. I could read books about her forever. I will never be over this book. Number 6, Winter Hamilton from Reckless. This is my favorite book in the Chestnut Springs series. I love Winter and Theo. I think they are perfect together. And Winter is a character, I think she's in my top 3 characters that I see myself in. Like, she is amazing. I know that like she gets a bad rap and she's a you know what and all these things, but I don't care. Like, she is putting up this facade and this front of being this like cold, heartless person to protect herself, and I think that's super relatable to women in general, but especially me. And I love that she learns how to open up and she learns how to like be vulnerable with Theo and with her daughter, and I think it is beautiful. Next up, we have Arden Waverly from Beautiful Exile. This is probably my favorite Catherine Cowles books. I've loved all of her books, but this one just hit in a different way. Arden was not what I was expecting at all. She was so fierce and so strong and like not afraid to also be vulnerable when she found someone she trusted, but she was gonna fight back. She was gonna punch back, and I like wasn't expecting her character to be that way at all. And so watching her journey through that and like finding love and like finding vengeance and all these things, like I thought it was so well written. And I also loved that she was an artist and she loved kids, and I just thought that she was such a like complex mix of like soft characteristics and harsh characteristics, and it really worked for her. So good. Number 4 is Rose Calloway Cobalt from the Addicted Calloway Sister series. First of all, this series is so good. I love it so much. I definitely am a Rose and Connor girl, but honestly, Daisy and Reich, Lily and Lo, I think all of the female characters in this series are amazing. I love Rose. I love how smart she is. I love how witty she is. I love how passionate she is. She's not afraid to be on the front lines for those that she cares about, and I think that's, first of all, respectable and commendable, but also I think it's super relatable to me, like an Enneagram 8. Like, I'm balls to the wall, on the front line for my family, my friends that I care about, and Rose is the same way. They call her and Lo and Reg the hot-tempered triad. Again, relatable. The way that she flirts with Connor is so witty and intelligent, and I'm obsessed with it. She is a true mother. So good. Time for our top 3. These all come from the same universe, because why wouldn't they? Second of all, it was so hard. Well, my number 1 was not hard, but 2 and 3 were really hard for me to decide where to put. So coming in at number 3 is Aelin Galathynius from Throne of Glass. First, like, this series is my all-time favorite series. I've read it 6 times, I think now, or I'm on my 6th time rereading it. It never gets old. It's always amazing, and Aelin is the perfect female main character. I think one of the reasons I love Sarah J. Maas's character so much is that she writes females that are a little unlikable, and they don't always make the decisions you want them to, and they are fierce and strong and independent, and they're coming out and doing what needs to be done, whether or not you want to do it, and they're not afraid to make hard choices. And I love that, because I feel like a lot of times you don't get characters written that way, especially female ones. You get like ones who like need someone else to do things for them, and not here. Aelin is fierce. I think that's the best way to describe her. Her journey from like being broken in the worst spot all the way to coming out on top, the decisions she makes, the people she loves. I love her. I think she's sassy. I think she's funny. I think she's beautiful. I think that you see her from 16 on and you really dig deep into like the development that she has, and it is so good, especially Queen of Shadows, because I feel like that's like where she like reaches like the peak of like, okay, I have to change now or things are not going to get better, and the transformation she has in this whole book is so good. And at number 2, everyone's favorite character, she said sarcastically, Bryce Quinlan from the Crescent City series, especially House of Earth and Blood, but honestly all of them. I love her. I don't care if you hate her. No hate here. Bryce is, I don't even know if I can put into words how much I love her. I feel like her, like, the way she goes about life, and like, I'm gonna let people think I'm a party girl and think I'm stupid, but on the backside, I'm gonna be getting stuff done, and I know my worth, whether or not anyone else does, was just, I related to that so much. Also, I felt like her journey with grief, especially in the first book, was really relatable, because people are always telling you how you should grieve, and it looks different for everyone. And so like her grieving didn't look the way people wanted it to, and I thought that was just written so well. I also am a fan of her in the 3rd book. I know everyone likes to hate on Bryce and Hofast. Not me. No haters around, because not everyone is going to react in war the way that you want. Like, you're in war. She's fighting for her life and the lives of the people she loves. She didn't have time to talk about your feelings. Like, yeah, is that insensitive? Probably. But you're in war. She's going to get what needs to be done. And like, Hunt has trauma. She has trauma too. And this is her trauma response. Like, big picture, you guys. I love her. Fierce till the day I die. And coming in at number 1, it should be no surprise at all, is Nesta Archeron. Nesta is my soul. I could talk about her until my last breath. That's how much I love her. I think she has some of the best character development in the entire series. I think that her journey with trauma and grief is so raw and so relatable and so real. She's messy, she's unlikable, she makes terrible decisions, she hurts people she loves, she lashes out, and I know that I have personally been in spaces where I do those things, and I think that seeing a character like that and seeing her come full circle, or at least, you know, half circle, because she's not perfect, she still has places to grow, we all do, but at least the amount of growth that she had in this book was beautiful. One of my favorite quotes is the quote about the wolf, where it's like, you know, like she got the wolf to protect herself, but eventually the wolf ate her and she had no idea what happened. Like, I think that that is such beautiful imagery of what it was like living in her head and what it's like living in so many of our own heads. And it's just so good. The way she forges found family and finds new friends, and the way that she comes full circle to her family. Also, just a little side note, I'm a Cassian and Nesta stan until I die. If you're not, I don't know what you're smoking. But the way that Cassian loves her and will be on her side, but is also not afraid to put her in her place and should be like, hey, no, like that's not okay, like that's what she needed. And I think that that's beautiful and shows what their love truly is. Nessa is my girl. I will love her until the end. Number one always. And that's my top 15 book FNCs. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me if we have any of the same ones, or tell me what your favorite book girlfriends, female main characters, book girlies, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.